A small group of thoughtful people could change the world. It's the only thing that ever has. This is a quote from Margaret Mead, American cultural anthropologist. This quote certainly speaks to that group of thoughtful people that began the process in 2004 to bring the YMCA to Alexandria.
In 2004, a group of community members in Alexandria gathered to discuss interest in bringing the YMCA to the Alexandria area.
A group of 18 of us met in the upper level of the Depot restaurant to talk about what it would take to build a YMCA here in Alexandria. That group of people became the unofficial board of directors for the Y.
$430,000 was raised, and the Alexandria Area YMCA received its national charter in 2006.
I'm Danny Calpine. I'm one of the originals. We were fundraising, we were doing programming like a YMCA, but we didn't have a building. And we used local facilities and Andrews Tower Hills to do some camping for the kids and so on, so it worked out pretty good.
Dennis was at this facility every day when it was being built. In addition to being the board chair, he was our on-site manager and invested a lot of hours here and helped create the building that we have today. It took about 850 donors, members of the community, foundations, businesses. It took about a year and a half to raise the money, built the facility, and opened up 10 years ago, June of 2010.
I think we all understood the significance of that day, but we underestimated, in my opinion, the impact the Y would have in our community as we've seen over the last 10 years.
Under the leadership of David Chose, Vern Anderson, and Larry Ortloff, the Complete the Dream Capital campaign began in 2006, and on April 14, 2009, the YMCA broke ground on a 56,000 square foot program center. On June 1, 2010, the YMCA opened its doors to the Maynard, Bud, Sylvia Diane Neal, and Bruce Peterson Program Center.
That was the beginning, the first change in what we see today. We are all forever indebted to that group of thoughtful people and all the supporters, volunteers, and staff that continue to this day to accept the challenge of change and use it as an opportunity.
For more than 170 years, YMCAs have been internationally interconnected systems of people and spaces united by a common purpose: to strengthen community.
Looking back, the stepwise approach of creating a storefront, starting programs, then going after funds for a building was impressive. I also recall being impressed with the team dedication and community vision, ensuring the most important community needs were included in the design and scope of the project. This included things like family-friendly pool, daycare, FCA, and collaborating with local healthcare businesses.
We formed a spiritual emphasis committee, and the board wanted the YMCA to emphasize the C, the Christian aspect of the YMCA. We wanted to be part of that for the Alexandria community.
Change is a challenge and an opportunity. Staff and leadership of the Y continue to accept that challenge of changing times, changing environments, needs, and resources to continue to offer opportunities for the youth of our area, to change lives physically and emotionally, and to be a resource for our community.
We went on a national CEO search, and fortunately, after a lot of hard work, we appointed Jackie Peters as our full-time CEO. With Jackie's experience, work ethic, and passion for our YMCA and the community, she's been a great asset moving us forward and has brought us through this with exceptional talent.
The response to our Y was so strong, in fact, that we very quickly realized that we needed more space. So right on the heels of the campaign to complete the dream, a second campaign was launched to continue the dream.
And that was going to allow for more group exercise space and more child watch for parents to drop off their children while they could work out.
We provided community leadership to expand access to quality childcare by expanding into a second site at Canute Nelson. We saw growth in membership and quality of programming, such as group fitness, our day camp, swimming lessons, and so much more, allowing our mission to thrive into the community and create lasting impact.
I just became the chairman of the board in April of this year. The thing I'm most grateful for as I've taken this position is really the organizational and financial stability that we've created at the Y. It sure is comforting to know with Jackie in charge, having the financial stability, that we as a board now can really focus on where do we want to go the next 10 years.
10 years. I was 22 when I started working for RY, and working here has given me the opportunity to strengthen this community and change lives, including my own. For 10 years, this place and these people have become a part of who we are, and I'm so lucky to still be here, supporting this YMCA and supporting this community.
We're really proud of where we are at our 10-year anniversary, our 10-year birthday. 10 years from now, we'll be a 20-year-old, we'll be stronger, fitter, smarter, and I think the Y is just ready to add another layer.
Depending upon the needs and desires of the community, it would be wonderful over the next, say, 0 to 10 years to see that 55 acres develop.
Which gives us a great opportunity to grow beyond the building that we currently have. The community has a lot of needs, and I think the Y is in a position to step up and meet many of those needs.
Most importantly, I'd like to see us continue our excellence in childcare and preschool, where parents can have an exceptional experience with those participants and feel comfortable with their children in that area.
The YMCA is a special place, serving as not only a platform for healthy living and social responsibility, but our YMCA doesn't exist only within the building either. Our YMCA exists and thrives far throughout the community, and I look forward to the continued growth in the years to come.
We know the strength of the Y is its people, so we are confident in its future.
2020 is the year we will begin working with an increased focus to collectively transform our organization and our community to achieve our long-term vision of developing a community we all want to live in. Thank you for your contributions and financial support. Thank you for your cause-driven memberships. Thank you for entrusting us to care for, teach, and watch your children learn, grow, and thrive. I can't wait to see where we'll be 10 years from today.
Mother Teresa gives us a quote as we embark on our next 10 years, and her quote is, "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples." We are casting stones now across the waters of the Alexandria area. I envision the cast stones to be Y members, leaders, supporters, and staff. Their continued consistent dedication, community interaction, and vision are the beginning of those ripples on the waters of Alexandria. As we begin this second decade, a decade of existence is once again on that group of thoughtful people, affecting our change and our growth.